everybody. What's up?
Glowing star career overview. Erika Eleniak's career has spanned over 4 decades, showcasing her range as an actress and public personality. While most remember her as the wholesome lifeguard Shauni McClain on Baywatch, her resume goes far beyond beach scenes and slow-motion runs. Film projector early roles. After her memorable first appearance in E.T. The Extra-Terrestrial, 1982, Erika began taking on more substantial roles. In The Blob, 1988, she played Vicki De Soto, a role that placed her into the horror genre, a stark contrast from her later Baywatch image. Her Playboy feature in 1989 as the centerfold helped raise her profile, which directly led to her casting on Baywatch. Erika has been candid in interviews about her conflicted feelings toward modeling and how it intersected with her acting career. Collision action star in Under Siege, 1992, she starred opposite Steven Seagal. The film was a massive box office success and is considered a classic 90s action flick. Erika played a former Playboy Playmate turned chef's assistant, a clever nod to her real-life background. Camping reality TV and indie projects. After stepping back from major Hollywood productions, Erika explored smaller film projects, indie movies, and reality TV. She was part of The Real Gilligan's Island, 2004, where she embraced humor and nostalgia, showing a more relaxed and self-aware version of herself. Brain personal growth and challenges. Erika has spoken openly about her struggles with body image, disordered eating, and anxiety. She has also expressed that Hollywood's obsession with image took a toll on her mental health. In more recent years, she has embraced a holistic and spiritual path. Woman in Lotus Position Spiritual Path. Her podcast, Spiritual Alchemy with Erika, was part self-help, part memoir. She used the platform to discuss everything from healing trauma to navigating fame with authenticity. This marks a major pivot from the more glamorous chapters of her early career. Canada life. In Canada. After filming in Canada, Erika relocated there for a period, settling into a quieter, more grounded life. She's talked about finding peace outside of Los Angeles and raising her daughter Indiana away from the intense spotlight. Red Heart fun facts. Height, 5 feet 6 inches, 168 centimeters, dual citizenship, U.S. and Canadian. She's related to one of the first Ukrainian immigrants to Canada, her great-grandfather Wasyl Eleniak. She has 5 siblings and is the eldest among them. Erika is a fan of the paranormal and once considered pursuing work in that area. Where is she now? While Erika isn't constantly in the headlines, she remains active on social media and occasionally appears at fan conventions and Baywatch retrospectives. She also continues to support causes related to mental health, spirituality, and women's empowerment. Lesser-known roles in later career. Though Erika Eleniak is mostly known for Baywatch and Under Siege, she's had a steady stream of roles in film and television that are often overlooked. Magnifying Glass. Notable films: Chasers, 1994, a comedy directed by Dennis Hopper. Erika played a woman being transported to prison, and her performance added a surprising depth to the light-hearted plot. Bordello of Blood, 1996, part of the Tales from the Crypt franchise. It was a cult horror comedy where she played Catherine, one of the few final girl types in her filmography. Final Voyage, 1999, a made-for-TV thriller where she starred alongside Ice-T. Not a critical darling, but a fun, suspenseful ride that became a late-night cable favorite. TV appearances. After Baywatch, Erika made guest appearances on shows like Charles in Charge, where she played Charles's girlfriend, Stephanie, Full House, Desperate Housewives, CSI, Miami. Many of these roles reflected her transition from a bombshell image to more grounded, Character-driven performances. Dizzy cultural icon status. Erika Eleniak became an early 90s pop culture icon. Baywatch was a global phenomenon, airing in over 140 countries at its peak. Her image became synonymous with the idealized, athletic, beach blonde California dream girl. But Erika herself pushed back against this narrative, often speaking out about the pressures and limitations of being typecast. She also represented a transitional figure in Hollywood. Someone who crossed over from Playboy to mainstream success but who also stepped back from the industry before it fully evolved to embrace diverse representations of women. Woman in lotus position. Personal philosophy and mental health advocacy. In recent years, Erika has embraced mindfulness and spiritual healing, body positivity and self-acceptance. Speaking publicly about her eating disorders and overcoming addiction, she's shared that she struggled with bulimia during her time in Hollywood, and that embracing spirituality helped her begin to heal. It wasn't about looking a certain way anymore. It became about feeling good in my body, mind, and spirit, she said in a podcast interview. Her podcast, Spiritual Alchemy with Erika, was deeply personal. She used it not to reminisce about stardom but to offer guidance and vulnerability, connecting with listeners going through life transitions, trauma, or burnout. Family woman girl motherhood. Becoming a mom to her daughter Indiana marked a major turning point. Erika has said it gave her life a new sense of direction and purpose. She's described motherhood as her most authentic and rewarding role. Although her relationship with Rock Daigle didn't last, she's kept much of her co-parenting and family life private, choosing to shield her daughter from public life. Camera with Flash. Erika today occasionally appears at Comic Cons and nostalgia events, active on Instagram, sharing inspirational quotes, nature photography, and updates about her life. Lives a quieter, more nature-connected life, often reflecting on gratitude, healing, and growth. Sometimes engages in fan Q&As about her Baywatch years and film career. A deeper dive into spiritual alchemy. Erika's podcast, Spiritual Alchemy with Erika, wasn't just a celebrity side project, it was a reflection of her transformation. The show blended personal storytelling, especially her experiences in Hollywood, healing modalities like meditation, inner child work, and emotional release, interviews with spiritual coaches and healers. She once said, "Spiritual alchemy is about taking the lead of your life, the trauma, the setbacks, the pain, and turning it into gold." This mindset defined Erika's post-Hollywood life, a journey inward, away from the pressures of fame and toward emotional healing and self-realization. Books, writing, and teaching aspirations. In recent interviews, Erika has expressed interest in writing a memoir. Though it hasn't been published, as of now, she has teased chapters that cover her early years as a child actress, the highs and lows of Baywatch, her disillusionment with fame, becoming a mother, and finding peace outside the spotlight. She's also hinted at wanting to teach workshops or retreats focused on healing, creativity, and feminine empowerment. The theme? Rediscovering your voice after losing it in the noise. Paw nature, animals, and life. Off the grid. Erika has always been vocal about her love for animals and nature. In fact, during her time in Canada, she lived in a rural setting where she embraced a slower, more intentional lifestyle. She enjoys hiking in the mountains, gardening, spending time with her rescue animals, practicing yoga, and journaling outdoors. She's often shared photos of sunrises, forests, and healing crystals on her social media, not in a trend-following way, but with genuine reverence for stillness and simplicity. TV impact and influence. Though she isn't constantly in headlines, Erika's influence is low-key legendary in certain circles. She inspired a wave of Baywatch-era casting, where actresses were expected to balance beauty, athleticism, and girl-next-door charm. She helped bridge the gap between glamour modeling and acting in a more authentic way than many of her contemporaries. To fans of 80s and 90s pop culture, she's a nostalgic icon and still gets fan letters to this day. Erika also helped pave the way for actresses who wanted to leave the industry on their own terms, a rare move at the time. Rolled up newspaper in the press, a different kind of celebrity. Erika isn't interested in tabloid buzz. She's kept her private life very private in recent years. Unlike many of her peers, she avoided reality TV overexposure, carefully choosing the few projects that aligned with her evolving values. In a quote that sums her up beautifully, "The spotlight doesn't always have to be on you to know who you are." That quiet confidence, paired with her soft-spoken strength, is what's made her such an enduring figure. Film Frames want a watchlist? Here's a mini Erika Eleniak watchlist if you want to appreciate her full range. E.T. the Extra-Terrestrial, 1982, her first screen appearance. Baywatch, Seasons 1-3, the role that defined a TV era. Under Siege, 1992, her most commercially successful film. Chasers, 1994, shows off her comedic and dramatic range. Bordello of Blood, 1996. For her cult horror fans, The Real Gilligan's Island, 2004, her rare foray into reality TV. Erika's image versus inner self. One of the most fascinating things about Erika Eleniak is the contrast between the roles she played and the woman she actually is. On-screen, glamorous, beach blonde bombshell often cast as the girl next door, with a sexy edge, frequently in distress or needing rescue. Hello, 90s tropes. Off-screen, soft-spoken, introspective, deeply spiritual values, privacy, nature, and emotional authenticity, passionate about mental health, self-love, and inner healing. She said in interviews that her Baywatch fame felt surreal. "It felt like I was watching someone else's life sometimes." This disconnect eventually led her to walk away from the Hollywood machine, not in bitterness but with intention. TV fandoms and conventions. Erika has a strong fanbase that spans across multiple genres. Baywatch superfans still flock to her at reunion panels and conventions. Horror fans know her from The Blob and Bordello of Blood, two cult classics with devoted followings. Pop culture collectors love her vintage magazine covers, especially her iconic 1989 Playboy issue. 90s nostalgia buffs consider her part of that golden era of action and beach TV. Even though she never actively chased the spotlight after her big roles, Erika still gets asked to participate in documentaries and retrospectives. Fans often describe her as kind, grounded, and incredibly generous with her time. Movie camera roles she turned down or missed. There's long been speculation that Erika was in talks for other major roles but either turned them down or was passed over because of typecasting. While she hasn't confirmed every rumor, Hollywood insiders have suggested she was considered for roles in early 1990s blockbusters, possibly Speed or True Lies, but was passed over due to the Playboy tag. She turned down more explicit roles because they didn't align with how she saw herself evolving. It's part of why she left Baywatch after season 3. She felt boxed in and creatively unfulfilled. Person in lotus position. Life after the red swimsuit. Erika has carved out a version of success that doesn't fit the Hollywood mold. After decades in the spotlight, she now defines herself by her connection to nature, her spiritual journey, her role as a mother, her evolving creative voice. She still writes, occasionally acts in indie projects, and works on new podcast material. She's also hinted at mentoring young women in the industry, hoping to help them navigate fame with more tools and emotional grounding than she had Books. Erika Eleniak's memoir? While not published yet, fans are eagerly awaiting what would be a raw, deeply reflective memoir. If she goes ahead with it, it'll likely touch on childhood trauma, early entry into fame, her relationship with her body and self-worth, the spiritual breakthrough that led to her current path. Her storytelling style is warm and honest. Imagine a cross between Glennon Doyle and Brooke Shields with that California boho flavor. Speech balloon. Final words from Erika. Quotes worth keeping. Here are some of her most memorable and inspiring quotes over the years. Healing isn't linear. Some days you shine, some days you sink. It's all part of the alchemy. I'm not who I was at 20. I'm not supposed to be. And that's a gift. There's more freedom in quiet than I ever found in the noise. The What If career path. Let's explore some alternate timelines. What Erika Eleniak's career could have looked like if things had gone a little differently. Film frames. Indie film darling. Erika had a raw, natural vulnerability on screen that could have made her a 90s indie film icon. Think roles like Winona Ryder in Girl Interrupted, Patricia Arquette in True Romance, Bridget Fonda in Jackie Brown. She had the depth, but Hollywood kept casting her in narrow, eye-candy roles. If she'd had the right agent or studio support, she might have become a leading lady in gritty, emotionally complex roles. Collision action hero path? Her performance in Under Siege showed that Erika could totally carry an action role, not just as the love interest, but as a co-lead. Imagine her in Speed alongside Keanu Reeves. G.I. Jane-style bootcamp drama, Resident Evil-type horror action films. She had the physicality, presence, and emotional fire for it. But again, Hollywood didn't know what to do with a beautiful woman who also had depth. Family woman-girl relationship with fame today. One of Erika's most admirable qualities is her peaceful detachment from fame. In her own words, fame is a rented dress. You wear it, and eventually, it gets returned. She doesn't chase press. She rarely gives interviews. When she does, it's thoughtful, honest, and free of performative glitz. This makes her all the more beloved by fans who've grown up and changed alongside her. Mike. Current projects and quiet comebacks. Occasionally appears at conventions and retro TV events. May return to podcasting or wellness retreats. Has hinted at working on a screenplay based on her life story. Stay tuned. DNA. Personal style and vibe. Now if you follow Erika online, you'll notice her vibe is cozy, minimalist, earthy, flowing fabrics, no heavy makeup, surrounded by candles, books, crystals, and her dog. She said she prefers quiet mornings, journaling, and tea to anything resembling red carpet culture. In other words, still glowing, just in a different light. Trophy honors and cultural legacy. While Erika hasn't been given a Hollywood star or major award yet, her legacy is absolutely cemented in several cultural time capsules. Baywatch's global success can't be overstated, over 1 billion viewers at its peak, and Erika was there from the start. She remains a Playboy legend, but has also become a symbol of reclaiming womanhood beyond objectification. She helped shape the California dream girl image of the 90s, then quietly dismantled it, on her own terms. Brain. Erika the philosopher. One underappreciated part of Erika is how much philosophical reflection she brings to her life experience. In podcasts and long-form posts, she's discussed Jungian psychology, inner child healing, the feminine archetype, trauma-informed self-care, energy work, and Reiki. If you didn't know her from Hollywood, you'd swear she was a therapist, healer, or life coach. She's not just recovering from Hollywood, she's redefining what wholeness means after it. Red Heart fan love. Let's
Bye bye.